Hi, I'm Dr. Bertice Berry, and I guess I need to tell you this story. This story came up this morning, and I ignored it and I pushed it away, and I prayed again. And the story came back, and it was like, apparently somebody needs to hear this. I was seeing this guy. We hadn't been seeing each other for a very long time, but he wanted to date only me, and I was like, that's fine. I don't ever have time to date more than one person at a time anyway. So I was happy that he established that. And I was away at a conference. And this was back when you didn't carry your phone with you all the time because if you need to call somebody, you call them back. And you weren't doing all the work and all the everything in the phone. So I left my phone in the room and I went to the conference because actually, when I'm at a conference, I really like to focus anyway. So I'm downstairs for the duration of, like a day. You know how day long conference goes, like 5 hours, and then there's a break and then something. So anyway, I come to my phone and I see that he is called a bajillion times. Maybe it was 11 times in that. No, maybe it was like 20. He called a lot. So I called him back and he was like, what happened? I was worried about you. And it's like, I'm at a conference. You knew I was at a conference. We discussed this last night. Now that I think about it, he was really clinging on the phone. Anyway, and I said, yeah, I'm at a conference. And he was like, are you seeing somebody else? And I was like, I'm at a conference. He said, people go to conferences to see people all the time. I was like, not me, Spartacus. I'm here to work. And so he was really, really bothered that I was seeing someone else. And I said, no, I really don't understand what's going on. Maybe some past relationship or something happened, but I don't know what's going on, but it has nothing to do with me. And so then he was really silent. And I said, what's going on? He was really, really silent. I said, what is it? You can tell me. You can tell me. And he was somebody who really liked confiding in me. And so he told me that he had the day before, 2 days prior to that one, had been out with somebody. And I mean, he had been out with somebody. And so I said, oh, okay. And he said, can you forgive me? And I said, absolutely, I can forgive you. But you understand that you were assuming things about me based on what you were doing. And he was like, yeah, I see what you're saying. I said, but you were judging me based on what you were doing. And he said, yeah, I see what you're saying. And he said, but you said you forgive me. I said, yeah, of course I forgive you. And so he said, well, do you want to discuss it later? Because I told him I had to go back to the reception thing they were doing. And he said, well, do you want to discuss it afterwards? And I said, well, there's nothing to discuss. And he said, it's just that easy. You just forgive me like that? And I said, yeah, I just forgive you like that. And he said, well, can we discuss it tomorrow? And I said, there's nothing to discuss. He's like, we don't need to discuss this any further. I said, we don't need to discuss this any further because we're not dating any further. I told him that in maybe in his eyes, I wasn't enough. But in mine, I was more than enough for any one person. And so therefore, I probably wasn't what he needed or truly wanted. I mean, he would like, oh no, 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 you can't leave me, you can't leave me. I said, no, no, you left me. And he said, but you said you forgave me. I said, yes, I forgave you. But it doesn't mean that I have to stay in this. And I I'm more bothered by the fact that you were accusing me of something that you were doing than the fact that you were actually doing it. I'm going to make a leap that's going to require a trampoline under it or a safety net or something. In our world, we have done stuff to folks, groups of folks, people, and then we mistrust them. I remember once walking down the street and a woman clutched her purse when she saw me, and I yelled out, I never stole nobody's children and sold them into slavery. Trust is a fickle kind of thing. Love is so much more powerful. It is so much more illuminating. I loved myself so much that I refused to allow someone's the way they love themselves to affect the way that I did. Listen, there's so much more I can say, but I'm going to stop right here because for whatever reason this story came up, I hope the person got it. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you.